Hi parents of our Virgo babies, welcome to Parental Guidance, the first and only show on YouTube dedicated to providing you with monthly insights on how you can better connect with your child. Our Virgo children, for some whoever, these messages have been for, there's been this pattern of like wounds of the heart for our Virgo babies, either with, a motherly figure or, I really get a sense of a maternal person in their life where it's just been like this ongoing conflict. But it's necessary for growth because I definitely can see it in, this layout, the consistent message and also some change for the better. So for the month of February, they have the Animal Deities card. It speaks of divinity, guidance, and wisdom. Go ahead and pause so you can read that in its entirety. And so this is what it looks like. And I really see your child as the person in the middle, just kind of, being the piper to, keep everything in the circle, keep everything moving, and knowing what needs to be done in order for things to move. So, I just see them as like the keeper of the peace, the orchestrator of, everything, just keeping it in order. They have the blue card for their vibrational energy, activating their healing power. There's a lot of blues, especially in this whole spread for them. And then I get the sense that they are like doubling down. They are getting deeper within themselves, knowing their personal boundaries and just activating the truth of what needs to be done in their lives in this realm. It can vary by age. Every child can have the same awareness, just at various levels based on age. And I just sense an awareness of like understanding of how the world works, a need for healing power, prioritizing, like they just know what's important. They know what matters in the world, and everything else is fluff. And I really just see them activating that and walking in that in February. They have the Stitch Tight and Serpentine in reverse, and this speaks to their challenge. So this also could mean that they don't really have too much of a challenge, that they will be spending their time meditating, clearing their energy centers. It's more of a healing time. Again, that seems to be, a theme through, these top three cards for sure, and detoxifying their thoughts. So, it could be both ways. It can, this is saying that they need to meditate, that they need to detoxify their thoughts. It could be that, the challenge is, no, there really isn't a challenge because they are already doing this. They're in the process of doing that in February. So we got healing, health. And it says, I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. And I really see them going deeper and just clearing house of what no longer serves them so that they can be a more clearer vessel, a more centered vessel within themselves. And it's all good stuff. Their goal this month, they have the I Am Courageous card in reverse. It's possible that they are either already feeling courageous, and so therefore it's not something that they're striving for, or it could be that they are uncomfortable or that they are growing in comfortability of being courageous. So that's how that's how I got it. It can mean something different totally for you, and that's cool too. Because all of us have intuitive abilities. That's what we were born with. So that's the way that I'm getting it for them this month. For the first week in February, it's like some kind of relationship is on the rocks. There's a tiff or some kind of disagreement that, maybe not ticks them off, but maybe hurts their soul a little bit. It's some kind of, maybe it's instead of it being a soulmate connection, maybe there's some distance at first with this particular individual. Instead of it's a coming together, it's a disjoining or a growing apart. So that's something there. But there's a lesson, a beautiful lesson in this. So it's not in vain. The second week in February, there's a lot of joy, there's contentment, there's new life, new breath, new energy. Perhaps maybe what they learned in the first week, they've got something like a lesson that's catapulted them forward. But in the third week, there's some communication here. some messages that are sent that, you know, continues to propel them forward and to move them forward. It's a divine message for sure, something that they gather. And in the 4th week, they may notice that it's either an injustice that they see, that they are helpful in writing for someone else. Either they're helping someone else by righting a wrong, or they're instrumental in healing something that they see that was done unfairly. Maybe it's a communication that they share with somebody that hurt them in their past. And it's like something is, they're being used as a vehicle or a vessel to kind of clear some blocks and get things underway. So it's very possible that this is all like a setup for this moment, like all this healing, you know, this experience here leads them to be able to help this individual here in the 4th week, or help themselves, whoever it's for. What's changing is they have the join in card in reverse. So I don't see them really joining in with people. I see them, interesting. Some of them may be joining in. But I get a sense that there's some aloofness, and it's reserved for taking some time to let stuff get deeper in their soul. I just really sense like introspection, or getting something is getting deeper for a better understanding to move forward. And the solution, they have the I am lovable card in reverse. So to me, this is not saying that they need to figure that out. I just get a sense that they're deepening in that and discovering an awareness of what that means as far as being lovable or loving themselves. It says, love who you are as you're created perfectly. Everything about your true self is beautiful. And I think they're coming to understand the gifts and talents that they have already within them. And how you can support your child is just to continue to have the faith. Keep the faith. Maybe it's in the relationship that you have with your child. Just keeping the faith and being open, having those discussions. It says, have faith. Every event we experience and every person we meet has been put on our path for a reason. So just be open. I sense that. I don't know what it's for, but I just sense the need to be open and have faith. Now for you, the parent, I'm getting a sense that there is possibly someone that you may not, ironically, see eye to eye with normally, but you're being gifted with the ability to have a perspective, or see their perspective, or share a perspective. So it's like someone that you have a disagreement with, or someone that's like you oppose, or that's in opposition of you. You will be granted the ability for a higher purpose to see the overall big picture, to see the perspective, either see where they're coming from or see where this relationship has a place in your life. But you got two different people with two different perspectives, and somehow they're able to share the same view or come together to see something. So I see you either being the orchestrator of that, like you being the initiator of two people coming together who have differing views, or you just seeing other things, you know, having a more well-rounded perspective of what people can't see. So be encouraged that you were legendary, that you just this week or this month, you may feel like this thing come upon you where you're like, I'm going to do this. Like you're just going to be the initiator of just making stuff happen. And that's what I see for you. So that's my interpretation of the cards that I have before me. Let me know in the comment section how this resonates with you. I really do appreciate every person who watches these videos because it means so much to me. This is why I keep doing it. So thank you so much for your likes and your comments, your shares, everything that you do. Have a great month, and we will see you again in March.